Hey everyone, welcome to the call. We got a really
No,
big show tonight.
we do.
Hey
Hmm.
Danny, how's it going?
Excellent. Loving this weather.
Excellent.
You talked about weather, but yes. Boy, the energies on this planet are something else. Between the two equinoxes, wow. Wow. Energies are interesting.
Yep. Yeah, we're heading into another beautiful full moon, which is going to create some more
Yeah,
intense energies
yeah.
near the end of the month.
Saturday is the next is the solar, I believe. Solar equinox.
Is it Saturday?
Yep. 28th,
Okay.
6, 7, 8. Yeah. So who knows, eh? Energies are high. Bring it on.
Before it used to be like, well, we have a full moon every month. Like, what's the big deal? Right?
Yeah.
Where now it's like, oh my God, these moons are big deals now. Now that they're not being controlled by
Manipulated.
how they used to be controlled. So now they're being utilized as amazing portals to, feed us and so that we can upgrade.
Yeah, we've been supported.
Yeah,
It's a wild ride. It's a nice ride.
it
What
is. You
what
know
do you
what?
what do you
Sorry,
mean they were being controlled? Can you explain that?
how the moon was being controlled before?
Yeah.
Mm.
We're like the moon back then when we used to have full moons, it would be like we'd act crazy and
Right.
uh what was the sayings back then? Like the
Uh,
moon, the devil made me do it, or we had all these
it's
sayings
true. Yeah.
around the full moon.
Yeah. Some people went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they were controlled by beings, by not the nice beings,
Ones.
and they would jack the frequency up. So there was a lot of
I
things that they
heard
were
it.
doing and they were controlling. And I don't know if you ever heard The Dark Side of the Moon.
The song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's like
Yeah.
there's a lot of singers that actually sung about the dark side of the moon, like 20, 30
Right.
years ago.
Yeah.
Mm.
And now when you listen to it, you're
Exactly.
like, oh my God, they were saying it all this time.
So
So
but the
Exactly.
now a lot of things have been dismantled and
mm.
are now utilizing it for the better.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Yeah. And so I don't know if you've noticed, but even the sun,
That.
like, used to be a bright yellow, fire in the sky.
Yeah.
Where when you look at the sun today, what color is it?
It's white.
White.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Yeah.
white.
white. It's white.
Right. White.
So
Mm.
it's able to, and then of course, why
Yeah.
do
It's
we have
definitely a
so
different
many
color.
clouds and so many things being sprayed in the sky is like because the sky or the sun got more intense to download the crystals and all the stuff that we're needing to upgrade. So they keep trying to block the sun out even more today,
Like,
Which is crazy.
right?
yeah,
So it's not over
it
yet.
is. But their days are numbered.
They're
Can I ask,
numbered.
can I
True.
ask a question about that?
Sure.
Um, I'm wondering about, are we receiving light codes through the portals as well? Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're coming in many different
Why
ways.
wouldn't we?
Okay. I just thought it was the sun all along. I just thought it was only the sun, but then I realized, no, I heard something that maybe it was the portals too.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Go to
There's so many
Central
different
Sun.
ways that are coming in
Yeah.
through the pyramids. Uh, and then what was the new thing that they're talking about? The new pyramid that they're now coming out with in the one in Alaska, which apparently has free energy. And that's another reason why they don't want us, there's a
What we
no-fly
need.
zone. They don't want us knowing anything about Alaska because that pyramid produces
Yeah.
free energy. And then when that gets out,
It's
it's
coming.
game over. We're no longer going to be paying for electricity and
Electricity.
heat because we're supposed to be getting free energy. Anyways, I am not your
Tesla
climate
brought it out.
girl.
Nick.
Sorry, you
No.
keep cutting out, Danny.
I just said no.
So I'm not
You're
your
not our
climate
girl.
or your weather girl or like any person like that. I am just someone who's you know, feeling the
Awake.
energies. I do a lot of readings to keep my mindset a specific way. I am always intentionally looking at what it is I want to create. And if anything comes up that where I'm going to bitch, complain,
Yeah.
you know, I think you need my opinion about this. I always have to stop myself and go, what are you doing? What are you doing? Right? Because then I'm cutting my own self off from what it is that I would like to create.
Right.
So it's really being conscious, just doing the work. I go for a lot of walks. I drink clean water. I eat, you know, good food, things like that. So I'm just, you know, try to cover all the bases. And do I like to munch at nighttime? Yes. That's my next new creation is like, okay, what is it you're doing here now, Lucie? You've taken on a new habit.
Mhm.
So,
Fun.
yeah, so got to knock that one out. And that's about it. You know what? You just do your best. And then I'm also in a mastermind group every Sunday. And the guy was saying, you know, we all talk about, oh, just try your best, just do your best. He goes, what is this about? Oh, just do your best. He goes, you know, just trying to do your best is actually selfish because you're ripping yourself off from yourself and from everyone else. If you just be your best instead of trying to be your best or just doing my best, no, just be your best. So when you're being your best, well, did you be your best today? No, I didn't do my homework completely.
Yeah.
You know, you can look at all these things that are like, yeah, that wasn't good. That wasn't good. So every day you be your best, whatever that is for you.
Good words.
Yeah. It kind of like slapped me right beside the head. I was like, oh, that makes sense.
We shouldn't have to work in anything.
Yes, but we've been
work.
programmed.
Just be it.
We've got a lot of stuff
Yeah.
that we're like,
Everything has to be so difficult. We have to put so much effort into it. That's not 5D. That's like 2D.
Yeah, it's not our
It
natural
shouldn't
self.
have to. It should flow. The energy should flow. Everything we do should flow. Just be.
Shoulds and coulds.
Yeah.
This woman I was just speaking to before the call, she goes, she was talking to healer guru that does a lot of work on the planet. He says some people are born with small onions and some people are born with big onions.
Okay.
So you may only have a small amount of layers to peel and other people come in with a lot of layers to peel. I was like, oh, I like that.
That's
I wasn't
another
sure
big
where
one.
you were going with that, Lucie.
Sorry?
I wasn't sure where you were going with that, Lucie.
Yeah, I know. Stay with me. Keep the mind clean. Keep it clean. Keep it clean. I met this guy in Mexico millions of years ago. And they were always joking around. And he would always have this one Mexican, keep it clean. Keep it clean. I'll never forget him. He was so funny. Anyways. Yeah, you know what? And there's just not enough of that. Not enough laughing. No, there's never enough laughing.
No, I agree. Raises the vibration.
So here's I just did a meditation, second Cornelius meditation. And, you know, a lot of stuff came to me in the meditation when I was doing the Shiva breath. So first of all, I had another friend pass away Friday. A little bit about my friend Lloyd. We've always been in touch. So how I met him was because since I'm 18 years old, I've been awake regarding the monetary system. And I just didn't know how to maneuver and all this. And then my uncle in Quebec City told me to get a hold of this tax guy here in Toronto. So that's how the journey started when I was 18, 19 years old.
Oh,
Then over time, I met another friend, Lloyd. And then we did a bunch of UCC stuff, Uniform Commercial Code. And that's where I met Danny.
yeah.
And there was quite a few other guys. There were some guys coming down from Quebec City and everything. So we are all very awake, and we
Yeah.
are all about dismantling the system. And we were way ahead of our time.
Yeah, we were.
We did a lot of stuff where the energy
Yeah.
just did not support us at the time. Like if we did it today, it would be a lot better. Anyways, very awake. He had a heart issue. And so when the vaccines came out, he went to his doctor wanting the exemption. And the doctor basically said to him, I can only give you an exemption if you take the first shot. And if you don't have any adverse effects, then, or if you have an adverse effect, then I can give you an exemption for the second shot.
Wow.
That's when exemptions were just, the odd one was going through. He goes, oh, so basically, if I take a shot and it kills me, then there's no recourse. So anyways, he had to go in for an operation to get his defibrillator fixed, redone, new one, I'm not sure what. He had the operation, left. A few days later, he went, and he's also a big singer. He went to the barbershop to get his hair cut, and he was going to do a concert that night. And he keeled over in the chair at the barbershop. They raced him to the hospital, and he died in the ambulance on the way. So it was a big deal when that happened, because there's a lot of people. We were a pretty big group. That was, and plus his choir group and he also taught basketball for kids and stuff. Anyway, so I'm just saying that, and I was just talking to him a few days before he passed. And he passed, it was like the exact same way a couple of weeks passed. A couple of weeks ago, another girl that I just met, I was just talking to her, boom, something happened. She got in the ambulance, and on the way to the hospital, she died. Like totally awake, energy healer, not vax, da-da-da. So what's the moral of the story? Is if we're called to do the work off planet, then that's what's going to be happening. And for some reason, all my friends that have passed in the last year or so have all been awake, have all been healthy, and all of a sudden, gone. And I'm not talking about, the videos that are out there right now where people are just disappearing, because that's a whole other story. And I don't know if you guys have been watching that.
No.
A whole school bus of kids disappeared. All their knapsacks and everything were left on the bus. Only the bus driver was left driving the bus, but all the kids on the bus disappeared.
Really?
And then another video came out where there was
While
many
it was
videos.
in motion?
Sorry?
While it was in motion?
Yeah, it was driving. It was driving. All the kids are on the bus. And so the camera is always facing all the kids. You can see the driver and all the kids in the back. And they're all got their knapsacks on their back, and they're all sitting in the seats. And then the whole bus of kids disappear. And then he took a turn, and all the knapsacks went flying because they weren't attached to bodies anymore.
Wow.
And so just
So
recently,
they did a movie on this, right?
It was a video.
No, they did a movie on that because it's prophecy that at this time many will be leaving the planet. And in the movie, the body disappears and the clothing are left on the floor.
Right.
Thousands of people are just disappeared, just bang, gone. Wow.
So there was another video that was
Wow,
just
that's very
released
interesting.
with many little clips of all different areas, the airport, at the store, disappearing on the basketball court.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those are not
Wow.
related, how to say, because Dora and Simon come out one video. They talk about go to 5D and say the first batch of those people will just disappear from planet. But this situation, I don't know. Suppose they talk, suppose 3 days of darkness, and at that time, maybe several thousand people will be disappearing. Said that's the first batch. I don't know.
Yeah, so I think they're going to be happening in waves, like batches of people.
Mhm.
Yep.
I don't know. Like again,
Wow.
I'm just like sharing. I have nothing to do with weather and politics and stuff.
No,
I'm just like, oh my God.
that's very interesting stuff, though.
So yeah, and it's being documented, like, and people in the video are reacting to the fact that, you know, the person was just standing there and then they're gone. So then they're like freaked out, like what just happened? And they're like,
Wow.
what's going on? What just happened, right? So their reactions look pretty real.
Mystic. Wow.
So
Huh.
I'm just saying, like, I was talking a few weeks ago, like, you know what? It could be anybody. It can be anyone
Fine.
that will be here 1 minute and gone the next. So, and so what brings me into just be your best, because you don't know. Like, we really don't know,
Be
right?
your-
I mean, we can check into our souls and when you're leaving and blah, 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 but who knows? Timelines are shifting. So,
But
Yeah.
it's good to be aware, though, that the possibility is there that somebody could disappear in front of you. But if you have the forewarning that that could happen, then you're not going to be as freaked out. Should it happen to happen
Exactly.
to you? You know that, okay, something's going on. It's just the way it is.
well, I don't know. I mean, if you and I, Charlotte, were both standing there and all of a sudden you disappeared, I'd be
Yeah, I'd be
I don't
freaked
know
out.
about you, but I'd be like, holy shit, it's like, what's just happening? And how is it happening?
Was she a hologram or
Hopefully.
was she
Right?
Maybe they're the
Uh,
Bee Gees. They're leaving,
a non-person
Right?
person or whatever they call that?
NPCs. Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
NPCs, extras in the
The actors.
movie.
Yeah,
We don't know. Like,
Yeah.
what the heck?
yeah.
Oh,
Wow. I'll have to
Fun
see that
times.
video.
yeah.
Interesting times.
And we'll just like have this little show and laugh about it. And who knows what will happen tomorrow? It'll be like, maybe it'll get really real, right?
Yeah,
But it is
exactly.
happening. It is definitely happening. There's documentation out there. So we're probably going to see a lot
Wow.
more of that. Because like the wars and all this stuff, I know like it's terrible. But it's all smoke and mirrors too. It's for another distraction. But it's so horrific. The distractions are like brutal at the same time. So it's grabbing at our heartstrings, it's grabbing at our humanness. But at the same time, you have to like go, oh my God,
Step
like
back.
this is a huge distraction again, right? So we
Wow.
don't know. And that's why it's so important to stay in your
Grounded.
wheel well, in your, in your little bubble.
I think it's important not to pick sides and to cause strife between ourselves. To
Exactly.
just be an observer and not take on anything emotionally.
Yeah, and that was another
Exactly.
big discussion was don't pick sides because then you're part of the problem again.
Yeah.
It's about
Yeah,
staying
absolutely.
neutral because do you really know? Do we really know? I don't know. I don't know what's really going on. I mean, now the Dome of the Rock apparently is like situated on a portal taking us into the galaxy.
Hmm.
The Dome of the Rock in Israel. It's like, what?
Yeah.
What next?
So just keeps like,
I'll keep cool.
Yeah. And they're using all kinds of images that they've already used before in previous situations.
yeah,
Same playbook.
yeah. It's like, weren't those the same missiles a couple of years ago?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I have my relatives in Israel in few in few cities. So I know straight from them. It's nothing happened like that for 50 years.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not the same picture like it was. It's like it's all propaganda what people saying against Israel. You know, people sleep in their bed, and all of a sudden, you know, people come and started to kill them and cut kids' heads, and they bomb it.
Oh, it's brutal.
Good thing that they have that room, security room from beton, you know,
The
like
bunkers.
yeah, it's safety room. They can so my friend, she said that they good things for them that they started to have breakfast very early, and they hear that sound of you know, how to say that it's gonna be you know, attack. So they hide in that room, and all of a sudden they hear the noise that that you know, bump.
The bombing noises, yeah.
The bumping was right next to their home, but when it's bump, you know, inside of the room, everything like with a you know, it's like tornado inside. So when they came over, it was nothing in the apartment. No, you know, no windows, no doors, no nothing. So it's actually very, very scary.
Yeah.
What
It is.
happened there? What happens to them?
Yeah. It's totally real what's happening, but at the same time, what does it all mean? Like, what's it all about? Really?
Coming to an
Because
I
there's always
think
this
that
bigger, there's always a bigger
Russia.
story behind it.
I think Russia did. You know, now they have proof that you know, Russians, they prepare that Hamas. They wanted to take attention from Ukraine, and they did it. Now, actually, nobody talk about Ukraine. Everybody talk about Israel.
Yeah, they
It
just
was a
move it. They just move it
yeah.
around.
Yeah, it was a goal to stop, to help to Ukraine, and you know, move the attention to somewhere else.
Right. Which is a total narcissistic move. Narcissists love moving the goalposts to keep you so confused.
Yeah.
That's one of them. All right. So last week we mentioned that we were going to do Power of 8 exercise. And if you guys are wanting to do that, we can actually do that. Before I get into that, though, I wanted to talk a little bit about my email about being a master creator. So we're like all trying to create, you know, be higher vibe and, you know, have better frequencies and, you know, change our old programs and belief systems. And how we do it is by, you know, stopping our old self, the one that keeps us down, the one that likes to complain and commiserate and be a victim and stuff. All that stuff has to go, right? Because if we're going into 5D, like those old patterns don't exist there. So it's inevitable that you'll be letting go of all that anyways. You might as well just start hitting it head on.
Now. Yeah.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna just mute you out, Tatiana, because you got something going on. Okay, so we got a lot on the plate. And first, what I want to do is create a safe space, bring in all the beings, and get us all ready to do the Power of 8. So I also want to send a prayer out to all the people that we know that have passed on, and send blessings and healing, love, light to families and friends that are going through all this stuff. For some reason, yes, do I feel it? But if it was 5-10 years ago, I would have been right in there, like living the intensity of it. But for some reason,
You're above that.
it's passing through a lot easier. So, Danny,
Yes.
you want to create a beautiful,
Sure.
loving circle space and bring in all the beings and create us as pyramids,
Energy.
surrounded by pyramid energy.
Okay, we can do pyramid energy.
All right, so everybody sit back and relax. We're going to get into a comfortable space, and we're going to close our eyes and take in a few deep breaths. And look at that, on my little search Google, it has a sphinx and a pyramid.
Hmm. Excuse me.
There we go. All right, so everybody take a couple of deep breaths, and we're going to bring in the beings through Danny. And we're going to, and I want you to sync up with what is happening, and not only what is being shared, but bringing in your own team and the people and the beings that want to come in, that are here for our highest best good.
Your team. Right. We call on Father, Mother, Creator, God, and all the other gods, Prime Creator at this time. We call on all the angelic realms of light, our spirit guides of light, and then all the other beings of light that are around us. We call you in at this moment, at this time, under the guise of a pyramid energy, to surround us, to support us at this time, and guide us through all of this turmoil on this planet at this time, but to be here with us at this very moment for protection, and to bring in all the light of the universe, to bring in the I am presence at this time, the violet flame, to have all these energies here surrounding us and with us at this time to support us through this ceremony that we are going to do today. And we thank you for this wonderful gift of being here with us and supporting us. Thank you.
I also want everybody to know that we are creating a safe space, very relaxed atmosphere, where you can let yourself create whatever it is you want to create, and let go of your guard and relax into your body and be in present time, because creation only happens in present time. It cannot happen in the past, it's already gone. It cannot happen in the future because it hasn't arrived yet. It can only be created in present time. And that's why there's so much magic being in present. So just to let everybody know that it is a safe space. And anybody else that's listening to the replay, you can also be part of the energies, because the frequency does still continue. And even for everybody here on the call, they're saying anytime you call into this date and time, you can pick up all the energies and frequencies that are connected to this call. All right. So there is a powerful exercise called the Power of 8. And we don't have to be 8. You can be as many as you want or as little as you want. But how it works is one person sits in the middle of our circle, and the person in the middle has intentions and creations that they want to create for their future, their everyday life, their people in their life, family and friends. And what we do on the outskirts is we align with that intention for that person. We align with it and we infuse it, and we bring in a bunch of power, love, and light to charge that person's intention. And so we do it for a few minutes, maybe about 10 minutes tops. And while the person that is in the middle, you need to focus on your intention. You need to stay with it. And if you feel that your thoughts are flying off, just bring it back and stay present and continue to be in your creation. So feeling it, breathing it, you know, how does it make you feel? How does it make you, can you feel the warmth, where you are, describe the area, you know, and have all that within yourself. And everyone on the outskirts, we stay focused on that person and their intention. Now, we don't need to know what the person is intending. We just tune into what it is that they're intending and wanting to create. And 9 times out of 10, whatever that person is wanting to create, we want it created for that person like we would want it for ourselves. So we want to send that love and that energy like we would want others supporting us. All right. So I am going to elect the first person to be our little tester.
Yeah.
We're gonna put Danny in the middle. How you liking that, Danny? You okay with that?
Sure,
All right.
I'm good.
So what's going to happen, Danny, is you're going to think about what it is that you
Focus.
want to create and your intention. I'm going to set a timer, and we're all going to align with what it is that you want to create. And I'm going to every now and then remind, because, you know, we get into these intense meditations and off we go. So what I want you to do is just continually focus, and it's basically giving him lots of love and support. And yes, I want this for you. Whatever you want, I want it for you. Okay. All right. Does anybody have any questions before we go into this? Everybody's clear? And then whoever wants to go next, just raise your hand and we'll put you in the hot seat. We'll do maybe a few people and see how it goes, and go from there. All right. So Danny,
Okay. Now
you're in the middle.
I'm loving it. Monkey in the middle.
You're in the
There you
middle.
go.
So imagine that we're all sitting around you. All right. So everybody, Danny is in the middle. And we're sitting all on the outside of Danny. So Danny is now sitting in the middle, and he's now focusing in on what it is he wants to create. And we're going to take some deep breaths, and we're going to align with not only our higher selves and soul and our team, and then Danny's team, because we're going to bring in all levels of consciousness as much as you can grab. And we're just going to stay focused on Danny's intentions and how we would love that Danny achieves this in his life. Because by doing this, it helps us achieve what it is we would like. All right, so I'm going to set the timer. Everybody just close your eyes and tune in. And as you tune into Danny and what it is he'd like to create, maybe you're actually even able to tune into what it is he wants to create. You are wanting him to have it. You would be so excited for him. He has wanted this for a long time. And now he's having it and he's sharing it with you, and we are so excited for him. And everyone that he's in contact with. Because this creation ripples out. You're so happy for him. You can't wait for him to receive this creation. It will be so amazing. Picture how happy he is in receiving this. How we all get to play with and be part of it. You're so happy that he chose to have this because you're also having some great benefits out of it. This is just the beginning of so many more manifestations. It's almost like a boomerang effect. You have never seen Danny so happy. We continue to send Danny and his creation love and support. And appreciation and gratitude. And just feel the freedom that comes with it. See how everything is taken care of. And how you wouldn't even mind this happening for you. It's so amazing. how he's even getting younger and younger. All right. So everybody come back. You know, it'd be pretty hard to come back from that, eh?
Mhm.
All right.
That was very nice.
So that was
Wonderful.
10 minutes. And I just want you to share a little bit like how it was for you receiving.
Me?
Yeah, how was it? How did
Because
it
it was
feel?
joyful,
Mm-hmm.
and my heart energy just went out, and I could feel all the hearts around me, all of you there, and you're smiling with me. Wow, that was wonderful. I had to wipe a couple of these. The joy, love is awesome. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you
Hmm.
got some wild creations going on there.
What, behind me, or
No, in your intentions, it was like, okay.
well, you can sense them?
Well, I could see a couple of them and I was like, okay, yeah, right. I forgot about that one.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, let's do that too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was awesome.
All right.
So who's next?
Who would like to be?
Who would put their hand up? Come
I
on.
can be next.
You can be next,
Okay.
Tatiana.
You're up.
Yes.
Okay.
So what should I do? I should just you know, wish for myself and everybody gonna support me. I don't have
Yep.
to tell anything.
No,
Okay.
Don't
you
have to
can
say
wish for
anything.
whatever you want, for as many things as you want, and
Feel it.
just get into it.
Feel
You're
it.
there. It's happening. You can't
Mm.
believe it. It's so exciting.
Mhm.
Can you wanting something for someone else, like me, want my son, blah blah blah. Can I do that?
You
Or-
could.
Yeah, absolutely. You
or-
could, it could be about your relationships. It could be about your
Yeah.
health. It could be whatever you want to create.
Hmm.
Mhm.
It's whatever you want.
Yeah,
And
whatever
we'll
brings
just,
you joy.
I
we'll
just
align,
want to pray my son wake up out of sleep.
Okay.
just try to focus on you, but it coming out from you. Okay.
To others.
Like don't have just create it. Just let go of all expectations and how it's supposed to look. Just create
Yeah.
how you would love it. And that's it. Just put it out to the ethers. All
Mhm.
right. So we're going to put the timer on.
Okay, Tatiana, you're up.
So Tatiana, we're going to imagine Tatiana in the middle of the circle. So Tatiana, get in the circle. Sit in the chair in the middle. Get all nice and comfortable. And get focused on what it is you'd like to intend and what like to create in your immediate, very immediate future. Because time is an illusion. All right, so take a couple of deep breaths and get into that. And everyone else on the outside of the circle, we're all focused on Tatiana and what it is that she's creating for herself. So same thing, I'm just gonna do a little chat here and there and keep us focused. So you are on the clock. So everybody, deep breath. Let's all sink into Tatiana. Tatiana. Just go right in there and start creating and manifesting and intending what it is that you've always wanted and beyond. and whatever you want. Don't hold back. Don't put limits. Everything's possible. We're all connecting to Tatiana. So excited for her, receiving this, enjoying it, being in it. How amazing she feels. How she's sharing her joy with us. And we're so happy for her. I'm just tapping into the excitement. How she's just a whole new person. So many wonderful things happening. You're so happy for Tatiana. She has worked so hard. She deserves all of it. It's all happening. Beaming with joy and gratitude. So happy for her, sending love, appreciation. So excited. And everybody come back. With that, Tatiana.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. It was very, very interesting feeling.
Good.
Yeah, you're pretty happy.
Yes. It was like, more powerful meditation. That's what I feel like. It's much more powerful than when I do it myself.
Beautiful.
Thank
So
you,
we're
guys.
gonna,
Thank you.
you're welcome, you're welcome. So we're gonna do one more person, Manon.
Wow.
Sure.
Is that your hand up?
Yep.
Okay, 1 minute. 1 minute.
Hmm. I guess that crazy time is coming this month on Halloween.
Right.
Around the
Sorry
corner.
about that.
Next week, actually,
Okay.
next Tuesday. Wow, I didn't know it was so close.
What's that?
Mhm.
I have a tickle in
I
my
just
throat.
talked about the crazy time coming, Halloween.
All right, Manon.
Yes.
Okay,
You're next.
you're in the hot seat.
Let's
Great.
go.
All right.
So I'm gonna set the timer.
Focus on what you want.
And then everybody else, we're all sitting around Manon, all focusing in on exactly what she is, she wants, who she's being, what she's creating, and how amazing, and how it's just going to blow our minds. Okay. Timer started. Let's all connect to Manon in the circle. So really bringing in what it is you want to create. What would you really like to have happen? What do you really want? I'm so excited for you. Supporting you and loving you through the whole thing. So grateful that you've created this. And how vibrant you are. We're all very happy for you. We're so excited and happy. It is your turn to have whatever you want. Just feel the freedom from being in this new life, and everyone around you that you touch so much happier. We're so grateful to be a witness to this and be part of your happiness. You have so much support. We are so excited for you. Just turning it on, turning our support and love on for you. We're so excited. We're so happy that you're happy. And time is up. So everybody come back. And Manon is coming back with all the wonderful stuff she created. How was it?
Yes, thank you. So wonderful. Beautiful.
Good. Awesome.
It's so
Yeah,
great
so
to see
much-
how happy you become.
Yeah, how so much
Energy.
joy and love and happiness. Thank you.
Oh,
I know
you're
when we're
welcome.
watching everybody, it's like it's hard for me to not smile because you're so happy, and I'm like, oh my God, you're so happy.
The energy's high.
Yeah, the energy's high, so it's awesome.
What a blast.
Yes, thank you. And what I was gonna say is that I've done Power 8 groups before, but usually you tell them what you want, and this one is nice that you don't have to, and you guys don't have
Exactly.
to know.
That's right.
Yeah,
Just
so that's wonderful.
Awesome.
mm-hmm.
All right, so we're gonna, if you want to do some more next week, we'll do some more next week. But I think we got a guest coming on next week.
We
that we're
do.
pretty- yeah, we're
Any
pretty excited.
Erijo?
What's that?
She's an intuitive coach, and she's a EFT practitioner. She's going to teach us how to relieve stress and bring change in our life just by tapping certain areas. Apparently, stress is this one.
Mm.
I've never seen that one before. It's very good for relieving stress.
Copper.
So she's going to be with us next week, which is going to be fun. It'll be exciting. See how it goes.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
So I also want to leave you with a little bit of homework.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And the
teach.
homework is we're going to refrain from giving our opinions. So let's just listen to people without having an opinion.
Nod. Mm-hmm.
And even in your head, like just if you come up with something, just let it go.
Mm.
Because it's just an opinion. And it may not even be the truth. So we're going to try, just practice and see how many times it comes up and how many times you have to let it go.
Okay. Be the observer.
Yeah, be the observer.
Yeah. No comment. No.
So it was an awesome night tonight. And
That was good. A lot of nice energy there.
yeah, it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else want to say anything before we close out?
Well, I wanted to share a couple of things.
Mm-hmm.
I shared it with this other group that this insight came to me that love is the currency of the world. And I also was talking to somebody that, I asked her to pray for me, and she said that, she, even though she has pain, she still knows that God loves her and she's in love and joy. So I said, I can do the same. Then it came to me that, I know some people don't use the word God, right? Creator, consciousness, whatever, has so much love for us. If we had the same amount of love for each other, we
Wow.
wouldn't have any problems on this earth. Everything will be solved. So I wanted to share.
I would agree. I would-
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good reminder.
right.
Because consciousness adores us.
Yes,
There you
if we
go.
did that for each other, even when we don't like each other, even when we get angry at other people or even ourselves. Yeah,
Consciousness, like, when you see a cute puppy or a new baby and you can't keep your eyes off, you have to keep
right.
staring at it because it's so cute, it's so loving. That's how consciousness is with us.
That's how the consciousness sees us, but we don't see that. We think that we're broken and all that. And I was
Yeah,
listening.
so
Yeah,
look
Greg
at
Braden, and
yourself.
it says they made us believe that our body is broken, our emotions are messed up, everything is messed up about us, and it's not true. Not
Ah,
true. Not true.
let it go.
So
Yeah.
thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you.
Exactly.
Yes,
you're
adore,
welcome.
adore yourself. Adore each other.
Yes, yes, I love that word, adore.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lord. Mm-hmm.
So with that,
Lucy, you're gonna lead us in a little prayer?
yeah, we're just gonna do a little prayer and thanks for everybody being here. So let's all just regroup back into the circle and
Mhm.
take a couple of deep breaths. And so we just want to thank everybody that was here assisting us, all the beings, Mother, Father, God, all the assisted ascended masters that were here, a lot of angels, all our higher selves and our souls. And there was other beings that were coming through the veil that were connected to certain people. They were coming in to assist. Yeah, and I believe that the message is to love each other, love yourself, adore each other, adore yourself, be kind, appreciate, and the currency is love. And anytime that you're in a state, just go right into gratitude and it'll shift you out. It's the emotion, it's the thought that just pops you right back out again. So just if you can bring gratitude in, be grateful for yourself for getting this far, for coming this far, for doing all the work that you're doing. And I want to thank all the beings that were here to assist. We're all in this together. Thank you for being on the call and anybody that's listening to the replay. And once the YouTube goes out, please like and share. And thank you again. Thank you, Danny, for being here and co-creating.
You're welcome. It's been a good one.
And holding
A lot
the
of nice
space.
energy tonight.
Yeah, we got so much more to do, just getting started. So stay tuned. And next week we got some new stuff. And I think we're going to have some other guests coming in after that. So
Very
again,
good.
thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so much. Namaste.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you, guys. Have a good evening.
Enjoy.
Yeah,
Thank
big
you.
hug, everybody. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Good
Thanks
night.
very
Bye now.
much.
Good night.
Bye.
Take
Great,
care.
Bye-bye.
great energy. Yeah. Thank you.